Sometimes it may be hard to make a payment. Obstacles and problems can appear unexpectedly, and it can be tempting to avoid paying your student loan. But missing your payment can be a slippery slope, and before you realize it, you could be in default. After 90 days of delinquency, your delinquent status is reported to the credit bureaus, negatively impacting your credit score and making it much harder to borrow money for a car, house, or other large purchase. After 360 days of delinquency, a defaulted status is reported and the loan is transferred to a collection agency. Noah never did get back into school. He could never make up the difference that subsidized loans couldn't cover, and he wasn't able to take out private loans because of his poor credit history. He was on the pay-as-you-earn repayment plan, paying $0 per month. His servicer started reaching out after his first year on the plan for updated income information so they could calculate the next year's repayment amount. They sent him letters and called him, but never got a hold of him. Letters were being returned to the servicer as undeliverable, and the phone number that Noah had on file with the servicers had changed. It was Noah's responsibility to update his servicers with his new contact information, but Noah had long forgotten about getting back in touch with the servicer to update his income yearly. Noah figured he was safe, just sitting around and paying $0. He wasn't. He ended up defaulting on his federal student loans because he never got in touch with his servicer. He was in the dark. He didn't know his loans were defaulted. Noah filed his taxes the next year on his income as a performer and was expecting a tax return of $2,000. Instead of a check, he received a letter stating that his tax return had been offset to pay his now defaulted federal student loans. He received nothing back. On top of it, the government assessed collection fees, and interest was still accruing on his student loan. Noah now had a $30,000 student loan balance because of interest accrual and collection fees. And now that he was in default, he wasn't eligible for the same repayment plans he was previously eligible for. There are many actions that the government can take to force repayment after a loan goes into default. Tax offsets, litigation, and wage garnishment are all possibilities. Make sure this doesn't happen to you. As a student borrower, there is help available for just about every situation you will encounter. There is virtually no reason to default on your loans. Always reach out to your servicer if you are having issues in making a payment. Keep your servicer up to date with your current contact information. If you don't know your servicer, use a tool like the National Student Loan Data System, NSLDS, or iontuition.com and talk to one of our loan counselors. They can help. You may be eligible for reduced payments or periods of deferment or forbearance. Just remember that it's vital that you reach out before you miss a payment. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed or confused, doing nothing will make the situation worse, not better. Doing nothing can have serious financial consequences. Again, Ion Tuition counselors are trained to help you find a solution.